Hey guys, this is Adrian back with Sonoran Flora, and today I'm going to be planting a really cool little cactus garden, a tiny desert. This is something I've done a few times, but I'm getting better at it over time, and I'm going to be using this round bowl today. I've got a few little rocks here, one really cool looking, it looks like a quartz rock of some sort, and then I've got a couple other little specimens that a friend gave me, and then for plants, some really cool stuff here. This is going to be my most experimental tiny desert yet. I'm going to be putting a rose tree, or a desert rose, which is an adenium, with a penis cactus, the Trichocereus burgessii monstrose. And I'm going to be adding to that this, I think it's called an Acanthocereus pterogonum, if I'm getting that correct. I might be a little off on that one, but it's something like that. And these are just three really interesting looking specimens that I'm going to add with these rocks here. I've got my soil. I've got a little top dressing rock mulch here that I'm going to be adding. It's just some red lava rock mixed with some pea gravel and then some white stone, some decorative stone. And I've got this little tiny guy that I was given for free, and I'm just going to use him to add a little flair. I think I'm going to put him in between a couple of little rocks just like that. So yeah, plant with me. I'll show you how to do this. First, what I'm going to do is just move these to the side here. Get this off to the side. And I'm going to get this out, this adenium out of its pot. And I'm going to go ahead and check its root system, because sometimes these adeniums, they have terrible rot from being too wet, and this soil feels like it's pretty moist. So I'm just going to make sure that the roots are okay. And if there's any root rot in there, I'm going to go ahead and just trim some of that back. So let's go ahead and break some of this soil off. It's just falling right off. It's great, so I don't have to break the roots too much as this soil comes off of here. That's exactly what I want. Just having all that soil come right away. And don't be scared. Don't be worried if you're pulling this stuff off, and don't worry if you knock a couple of roots off. It'll be okay. It'll grow right into the new soil, no big deal. These are really great water holding plants, and they will be just fine. So the roots look awesome. It's got this taproot. It's got this taproot growing down the side here. It's got a little bit of rot on the very bottom of it, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little clip. No big deal. And it just fell right off because of how rotted it was. I'm actually going to take just a little bit more of that off. Yeah, it was black on the bottom there. We don't want that. So normally what I would do here is on a succulent or a cactus plant, I would let this sit out and let the root callus where I just cut. But this isn't a succulent or a cactus, and I've never planted one of these before, so I'm going to get it back in the soil and just get it back into a good environment for it so it doesn't get too dried out and die on me. I think that wound will be okay. I've got some fairly dry soil here, nothing too moist. So I'm going to go ahead first, set this aside and clean this soil up here. Just get this stuff off the table. Give it a nice little clean for myself so that I can get started on the next plant. Get everything out of its container, and then I will get some soil in my pot and start planting. Let's clean up my surface here. We're going to pull out this penis cactus next. Go ahead and get that right out of there. It doesn't want to come out. We'll give it a little squish on the sides there. Oh, I heard a little root break in there. I don't want to break these roots out, so I'm just gonna tip it upside down. Oh, it's got some strong roots in the bottom there. I'm not sure I like that too much. I like it when the roots aren't too grown into the pots. So we're just gonna go ahead and be real careful and just break this soil away. We're gonna have to remove a little bit of these roots here. No big deal. No big deal at all. Just gonna go ahead and break this away. You can see the roots are like matted into the soil from growing against the side of the container. But we're just gonna break that away. No biggie. This is nice soil that they have it in. Just really, really organic and wet. I'm not sure I like how wet it is. It's middle of winter right now, so I think it could be a little bit drier. I think that would probably be better for it. I'm going to leave that much on, but I'm going to take some of these roots off of the bottom here. I don't like having that much root in there, especially because I am going to be putting this inside of a smaller pot. So I don't want to have too much root mass on there, but I'm not going to take too much off. I'm going to go ahead and just break that up a little bit. Get those roots nice and broken up. I don't like that root on there. Yeah, okay, that should be plenty. Go ahead and set this one off to the side. We'll get this soil cleaned up now. And I'll leave those roots in that soil, and when they die, they'll become organic material for the next plant that I use this soil with. They'll just become composted and they'll break down in that soil, and they will serve as food for whatever comes next. So we'll get all this soil off the table here, clean up my area again for the next one, for this cactus that I have, this fairy tale cactus or fairy castle cactus. A couple of different names that I saw for it. This is actually my first time working with this one too. All three of these, it's my first time working with them, so it's a really good for me. I should wear gloves, but I don't, and that's okay. No big deal that I don't wear the gloves here. This one has a great root structure on it. I don't even want to break this up, to be honest with you. Everything in here just looks fantastic, other than the fact that it's super wet. Actually, I am going to break it up. We're going to have some rain here in a couple days, and it's going to be kind of cold. Whoever was watering these cactus, I think they just did a little too much water on here. I can squeeze some of the, you see the water dripping. That's not good. I don't like that. These roots are holding on tight to this soil. I'm just going to try to break it up just a little bit. Get some of this soil. These roots aren't wanting to let go. That's okay. We'll take some off and then we'll just leave it. Not going to mess with it too much. I got a feeling it wants to stay together on this one. And that's the thing, you got to work with these plants. You got to kind of feel them out and see what they want. It's almost like going on a date, you know? It's like, hey, what do you want to do here? What's the next move with you? What do you feel like doing? Kind of got to feel it out like that. You know, it's my first time working with this cactus. My first time putting my hands on it, and I don't know what the roots are like. Okay, I think that's gonna be enough there. Yeah, we'll just do that for that one. I think that'll be plenty more than enough here. We'll get these pots out of the way. Next, what I'm gonna do here is put some of these clay shards that I took from a broken tray, and I'm gonna put these clay shards into the pot here. And I'm doing that so that I can create a distance between the bottom of the pot and the soil, so that the soil A doesn't leak out of the bottom of the pot, but B, so that there's enough room for water to drain, and so the pot doesn't get clogged and then collect water, causing root soakage. I want the water to be able to drip out of the bottom so that these roots do not get rotted over time. So I like to take one of these pieces that has an angle, that was the edge of the pot, and put it right over the hole and then layer everything else on top of that. Next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab my soil here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of soil in, and then I'm going to start staging these plants. And again, this is a fairly dried out soil. It's a little moist, but it's been sitting out of the bag for a couple of days in my garage now, so I think it should be good. And I'm going to pack that bottom layer down real nice, get it nice and tight there, give the roots a little challenge to grow into it. Don't let them think they have it too easy in this pot, you know. Push those down really nice and tight. Okay, get another little layer in there, get not as tight, and we're going to start staging these plants and seeing how they look together and what their ultimate position is going to be. I think what I want to do is put this one a little off center from that one, and then right here in the front I want to have my penis cactus. Maybe like that. I think right there. I think that's how I want to do it. Let me turn it towards you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So what I want is to put this penis cactus here and put this one here. And then I'm going to do my little red guy off here on the front. And I'll do my big white rock in the back here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we'll get these, we'll set them in here. We'll put some more soil in. And we'll start standing these up and packing them in nice and tight. And what I'm doing here is I just got a Sharpie, and I am just packing these down, packing around the roots, just like if it was a little tamper, just to get everything in nice and tight Make sure it all stands up. Oh yeah, this is looking really beautiful. I'm really enjoying the way this is coming together. I'm gonna move that penis cactus off to the side a little bit. Oh, just like that. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. I'm gonna take this hammer, give me a little more space on the bottom of my tamper there. Go ahead and tamp that soil down nice and tight. Get everything feeling real snug in this pot. Oh yeah, this is looking absolutely beautiful here. So what I did is I just got everything packed nice and down tight, got it really even there, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put some stones in. First, I'm gonna just clean up some of this soil on the bottom here. I like to have a nice clean surface to work with when I'm doing this work, but let's go ahead and put some of these stones in here now. Oh yeah, that's gonna look beautiful right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dig up just right here. Just dig that up a little bit. Just set that stone right on in there. There's nothing better than something coming together exactly the way that you wanted it to come together. Nothing better than that feeling. The penis cactus is a little bit off from where I want it, so I'm actually going to go ahead and dig that up a little bit and just move it over. Make sure I don't really tear those roots too much. And a nice little hole down here where I want it, off to the side. And this is the thing with planting these, you know, sometimes you got to move stuff around when you see it. If you see it and you think you want it a different way, do it now, because otherwise you might not get the chance to do it once it starts to grow in. You know, these things don't want to be messed with too much. You wouldn't want to have your roots pulled up very often if you were a plant. I would imagine you would want the chance to get your feet in the soil and establish yourself just like people do, you know, with our houses. You want a chance to have your own home and call it a home, and have your own neighbors and call them neighbors. I'm actually just going to clip this little spine off here because it's grown right into his neighbor, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to take those ones off as well. And, you know, this won't hurt the cactus too much, just like taking a little toenail off of it. Just give him a little time to grow in next to his neighbor and be a good neighbor. And now I'm going to go ahead and put these two stones here. And what I think I'm going to do is set them just like this. Turn this towards myself so I can see what I'm doing from the front here. I'm going to set these like this. Yeah, just like that. Dig that one down into the soil. Get a little space for this one. Put him in the soil. Just like that. And then I'm going to dig a little space out for this plant, this little red guy here. This little maroon character. I'm actually going to plant him up a little bit, kind of like as if he was on a hill. That's how I want him to be. Just like that. And I'll grab a little bit of soil. And I'll pack his roots nice and tight in there. Just like that. Pack those roots, pack those roots. Okay, turn this guy back towards you so you can see what I'm doing here. I think this is coming together really nicely. Really enjoying this here, really enjoying this process. I love planting. I'll tell you a little story, you know. I don't know what this guy is called here, but the place that I got all of these from is a nursery that's local to me, and it's where I started working when I first got into plants. I was wondering, should I get into plants? And I thought, you know, I'll give it a try at a nursery and see how it goes. And so I started working at this local nursery, and I absolutely fell in love with plants. And that is actually how I got my start as a student of landscape architecture. So I have about 1.5 years left of that. So you never know what one job, just a small job, minimum wage, working as a nursery watering boy, you never know what one small job is going to do to your life. In this case, it changed the entire direction of my life, which I'm really grateful for. So as you can see here, we've got our finished product other than some rock. And I don't think I'm going to completely cover it, but I am going to give it a little sprinkle of some rock here. And I think it's going to look really nice. I love putting the rock mulch on top. It's like the finishing step to everything. It kind of makes it look complete. And you know what? I think I am actually going to go ahead and cover this surface in rock. I think it looks really nice with the rock. I'm addicted to the rock mulch, I think. Ever since I started doing it, I do it for everything. Oh wow, that's beautiful. And I just stuck myself with a needle. Woo! Oh, that hurt. Oh, okay, moving on. Yeah, that is absolutely stunning. I'm super proud of this. I think this is just a beautiful piece of work here. So I just wanted to bring you guys a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here. We got this really nice white crystal in the back. This adenium is looking really good here. Wow, just everything about this is just absolutely magnificent. I'm really in love with this piece. Very happy with it. Oh wow, so beautiful. Okay, so that is my work for today. I did this little tiny desert here and you guys joined me and I really appreciate you tuning in. And I hope you stick around for the next one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next, but I'm sure it's gonna be something greater than the last, as is usually the case. And sometimes that's not the case and that's okay. But on the next one, I will be sure to make a good video for you guys and keep you updated. And I'll be sure to keep you updated at every step along the way. I'm really enjoying doing this stuff here, and I hope that you guys enjoy it too. And I hope that this brings a little bit of value into your life. Maybe you see that making something like this is not so difficult, and you can do it on your own too. You can take something like this home and work on these things, and when these get a little bigger, maybe I'll trim the adenium back a little bit. And once it starts to flower in here, it's gonna look absolutely stunning. Maybe it'll even flower this spring for me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Adrian and this is Sonoran Flora, and I'll see you on the next one.